Let's take you now to KZN, specifically eThekwini. Ayanda Mhlongo is standing by at the Provincial Results Operations Centre. A very good morning to you, Ayanda. Dramatic turn of events there, results not coming in. What's the story?
A very good morning to you, Desiree, and good morning to our viewers. Well, we've just come just on time, Desiree, as the results board is now up here at the Results Operating Centre in Durban. We're in the Mayville. Oh, all right. It was up just a few minutes ago. They are having a slight technical challenges where we are in terms of getting the results up on that results board. But what we can tell you is that although the results are not up on the board, but they are coming in slowly, as we've been following, of course, through the IEC's website and through the dashboard. The results there for the province of KwaZulu-Natal have been coming in very slowly, but quite interesting. Although slow, but the results that have come through now are very interesting. I can also tell our viewers, Desiree, that in the next 2 hours, the IEC is going to be updating the members of the media, giving a briefing in terms of what happened with the election yesterday. We are still waiting for those numbers. You know that the last update that we had from the IEC was yesterday at around 4 p.m., where the numbers of voters that had come through to voting stations were at 1.2 million. And of course, this was in addition to that was over 107,000 voters that had cast their votes on Saturday and Sunday during the special voting days. There were other votes that had been captured manually, and at that time that was due to the fact that there was the national voter management device had gone offline, and so those votes had not yet been captured onto the system. So this morning we will get an update in terms of what the count, how many people cast their votes of the 5.4 million registered voters here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and that then would then enable us to get a breakdown in terms of the various municipalities. But all eyes are now on the results, and here at the Rock it has been quiet over the last couple of days, but it is starting to get busy. More and more people are starting to make their way through, and also quite interestingly as well, the political parties, they have started to arrive here, and this is where they're going to, of course, be following the results as they come through. But interesting developments that we have nevertheless, and we're just going to start and bring in our independent political analyst, Mam Precious Lukayeni. Thanks very much, Mam Precious, for joining us. Very interesting developments that are coming through. Of course, we can't, the votes are still coming through, not yet at a point where we can look at the entire voter turnout, but with the results that have come through at the moment, and just looking at KwaZulu-Natal, a quick overview of the province. The ANC is standing at 44.9% of the votes that have been counted so far. And you were saying that it doesn't paint a good picture for the ANC at this point.
Thank you, Ayanda. No, it doesn't really paint a good picture for the ANC. Normally at this time, of course, still early, there are very few votes that have been counted. But at this early stage, the ANC would be around 80 or so. And then as the time goes on, it averages to around 60 or so. But now, starting at 44 is not a good sign. And you'll recall that the predictions by the surveys indicated that the ANC will end up in the 40s. Maybe this start is an indication of where the ANC is likely to go.
Of course, well, with the province, as I've said, we're still waiting. I don't think we're even at half of the votes that have been counted in the province. So we still we're a long way to go before we can get a clear picture of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But 2 municipalities and the results that have come through that are quite interesting would be the Umgeni municipality. This is under the Msunduzi municipality in the area of Howick. Very, very interesting here. And this is because the Democratic Alliance has focused their campaigns in this particular municipality. Ahead of the election, they had said that the municipality was run by the ANC, but they had said that they were wanting to get an additional 9% in that area. And if they did, it would mean that for the first time, the DA would then control a municipality in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And the numbers that have come through at the moment is that the DA is leading at 65.98% of the votes that have been counted so far, followed by the ANC at 27%, and then the EFF trailing way behind at about 3%. Very, very interesting. I think everyone is now talking about this Umgeni municipality, a focused campaign by the Democratic Alliance, and clearly the results are showing.
The results are showing, Ayanda, and also it doesn't look like the ANC will catch up with the DA in that municipality. And it will be the first time that the DA runs a municipality that was previously run by the ANC. Maybe we can attribute that to their robust campaign, but also one of the ANC members crossed the floor late and crossed to the DA. We can assume that she crossed with a couple of people. Yeah.
Certainly very, very interesting, and we're going to be following there. And as you said, if I looked at the number of votes, I think the difference in the actual number of votes there was about 6,000 between the Democratic Alliance that had about 13,000 votes accounted so far, and the ANC coming in at 5,000 votes. Quickly going to another municipality in the northern part of KwaZulu-Natal, and this is Edumbe. And what is interesting about Edumbe is that the National Freedom Party, the NFP, are currently leading in the number of votes in that municipality with 34.13% of the votes that have been counted so far. Very interesting, because in 2011, this was the only municipality that the NFP had won and controlled without the assistance or having worked with any of the other parties. We know that in 2011, the NFP worked, had a coalition agreement with the ANC in 19 hung municipalities in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But this is the only municipality where they obtained an outright majority. Some had said that the NFP was out of the running, but clearly if we look at the results that we've seen so far, they might be able just to clinch back this municipality from the ANC.
There was a view that the NFP is out and dead and it will not come back. Recall that in 2016 they did not participate. So everybody thought the NFP was finished. But it looks like the NFP is coming back very strong. There's a big sign that the NFP is coming. Maybe the reason why people thought the NFP was finished is because though they did not participate in 2016, there were also internal problems as well, divisions and those kinds of things. But it looks like the NFP is coming very strong.
And of course, they're headed into the election, having recently lost the founder and leader of the party, Zanele Magwaza Msibi. So there's very interesting results that are coming out so far, but as we said, we're still a way away from the final results that are going to come through the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But if this is an indication of things to come, it's certainly going to be an interesting, very, very interesting race for seats across the municipalities in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We're going to be here at the Rock throughout the day, continuously giving our viewers an update as these results come through. Desiree?
Of course, thank you so much, Ayanda. Let's just bring up that KZN graphic, and we're going to go to the Eastern Cape in a while, but I just firstly want to introduce, not going to go into a full-on conversation, but introduce Mr. Sandile Swana, our analyst this morning, just looking at the KZN story that Umgeni development and ANC mayor moving over to the DA, and then the DA getting these fortunes in that municipality. And we're also watching out for Phoenix in terms of it was the topical story going into the elections, and what developments will come out of there. Your thoughts in terms of developments in the KwaZulu-Natal province as a result of the elections yesterday?
Yes, I think that what we are learning from KwaZulu-Natal, which we expected in some ways, was that you cannot claim to be the owner of a particular municipality. We are learning that some of the parties that people thought were dead are awake, they are alive. The party, what was it called, the floor crossing, is also still happening. And also another thing with that province concerning the DA and the IFP and NFP, in fact, we are dealing with people who are experienced in administration, who are actually skilled in service delivery. So those are, and who have long entrenched believers in their programs and in their political philosophies. So those issues are going to come through, and there's going to be a shake-up in KZN.
Let's just quickly go through to the Eastern Cape.